Welcome to a video where I will maybe shatter a few dreams, as I always do on this trial. And I'll try and react to the Turtleboy interview with the juror from the Karen Reed case. Great interview. I linked it down below. You should go watch it. Not because it'll make you happy, but because it will show you the truth. Because we all believe, because we cover this case as much as we do, we watch people who cover the case, we listen to lawyers who, some of them are now involved in this case, and we sit here and think, this is the most important part of the case. This is what everyone must know about this case. But that's just not the reality. I'm not a Karen Reed channel. I am not one who every day can make a video talking about this case, talk for an hour about how Colin this or how Brian that. I'm a court channel. I cover live trials. And let me tell you, this juror is like every other juror I've heard talk at any point. They're not stupid, they're not mean, they're not anything. They are just people dragged from their real life, put into a courtroom, being paid $5 a day, having to listen to a trial for 8 weeks, and they don't really care. So they find something and think, oh, that's interesting. And then they'll just hang on to that piece of evidence because that'll prove or disprove the person's guilt. And let me also be a red pillar, because we have all these great lawyers streaming trials, and they will always say, well, we have the presumption of innocence in the American court system. You do. It sounds really good, doesn't it? The state must prove you are guilty. Any reasonable doubt must always benefit the accused. Yeah. Is it reality? Absolutely not. My guess is 75 to 80% look down on the defendant table and think, well, they must have done something. The state wouldn't charge an innocent person, would they? And I kind of say that's what you could hear about in Aiden's interview, because this guy said, yeah, there are tons of reasonable doubt, but we wanted to find her guilty of something. And that's sadly how the justice system is. It's not fair. It's not the Matlock moment where they'll find the real killer. In reality, that interview is the typical juror, and it proves what is very important for the second trial. Focus on her not hitting him. All the other stuff, it doesn't matter. I know everyone wants to be the one who said, well, it's Colin, it's Brian, it's Jen. But the jury don't care. It only confuses them when they are put there. The charges they are read are, did this lady hit her boyfriend with a car? Why are we talking about a dog? Who's Colin? I've been following this trial for 2 years. I can't tell you all the names because, again, I don't only cover this. I go in and out. So I'm not really sure who Carrie Roberts is. I think she was in the car in the morning, or maybe she's the EMT who has no friends but still hangs out in hot tubs. And I've been doing it for 2 years. Imagine a juror who has to listen to, 17 different people presented because they might have done something. So that's why I'm thinking this interview is great. It shows you, me, that we need to remember to eat our red pills. We have Microdots who makes wonderful videos that clearly shows it couldn't happen. We've had Betero on who talks about the legality and how this motion should be overturned. We have had great discussions where Andrea Burkhardt, Ian Runkle have joined the channel, and we have had great discussions about all the funny things from the case. But I think, as always, I'll be the negative Nancy. I'll say, remember your red pill for breakfast. In the end, this isn't 12 Angry Men, where one person will fight to the death for Karen Read's innocence. In reality, this is a flock of sheep put in a jury room, and some of them will say, I heard this, I heard that, and they'll, yeah, she must be guilty. 75% to 80% of every single person will think they wouldn't be put on the defendant's table if they didn't do something. She clearly didn't hit him with the car, but she must have done something. That's what we saw in this interview. And that's why I will keep being the negative Nancy in the Karen Read community. I won't oversell anything to you. Karen Read will have to put on the best defense ever. She has to be ready for everything. And she has to learn from the first trial. Focus on what these jurors are telling you. Why didn't they buy it? They clearly bought she didn't kill him. We know that. But why didn't that clear, reasonable doubt follow down? It's because, in my opinion, people think you must be guilty of something, no matter what it is, because you're charged. And I think there was too much muddied water. Let the state waste the time on the McAlberts. It's not Karen Read's job to find the real killer. It's Karen Read's job to get the jury to understand what the facts of the case shows. John O'Keefe was not hit by Karen Read's Lexus, which the jury agrees with us on. That's what this case is about. She didn't do it, and then they have to make the jury understand just because you're accused doesn't mean you're guilty. So enough red pill. Go watch the interview. Learn from it. Understand where other people come from. Don't understand where people like Plevin and Caffey Daffy, because they are just hot air salesmen. Like some people on our side are. They will say whatever just to get a dime. But understand why some people don't see the case like you see it. Because they don't dig into all of it like we do. They don't read every motion. They don't understand why Dr. Russell is a wonderful witness. Understand that out there, tons of people don't know about this case. And they don't care about, did they play It's Raining Men or not? They don't care about who could have done it. They only need to care about Karen Read didn't do it. Sorry, as always, I'm the negative one in this community. But reality is, trials aren't about the law. Trials aren't about facts. It's all about how you can make the jury feel. And we saw that in this interview, which I hope you watched. And if not, go back and watch it. Have a wonderful day.